keeping you up. Hey, let's get to this next section, man, because this is one of my favorite sections.
Oh, you already know what it is. You already know. A section that a segment that my team used to be on a couple weeks ago. It just seems just like yesterday we were on this list, but we are no longer on this. The middle of the road teams, ladies and gentlemen.
Although we go to the middle of the road, these teams need to let go. Man. God,
Yeah,
man.
buddy.
First game, man. This first game, Carolina pulls it off. Victory over Atlanta. I mean, I'm just so confused with Carolina.
Yes. That's 100% accurate.
Question mark, ladies and gentlemen.
Right. Darnold is not – he didn't do anything impressive. You know what I mean? He's trying to do a little bit of rushing and everything like that. Their defense actually led the way with 3 sacks, 9 quarterback hits, 2 interceptions. Carolina – but again, how much can we give credit to Carolina because they were playing with a Falcons team that didn't have Ridley and only got the ball to Pitts twice.
Yeah, but see, that's Atlanta's fault, man. They know they got to get that man the ball. I mean, we know what Pitts can do, so I don't know why they're not exposing him as top back. Top wide receiver and just go with it. Atlanta has potential. They kind of were sneakily on a roll to get to 500. So,
right.
And what I thought they could do, but like you said, Carolina's defense, they did a very good job of controlling the situation. And as you can see, Carolina wins a game. I just don't understand. Maybe they'll lose next week, win again the other week. I just don't get Carolina.
Yeah. And look, hey, shout out to Jay Red saying Carolina's defense is going to be nasty when their number 1 draft pick, J.C. Horn, gets back. I agree.
Jay Horn.
I agree. And look, we got to give him credit. Gilmore. Stephon Gilmore played this game, got an interception.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So that defense, we talked about it when they were 3-0. Obviously, we know who they played, so it wasn't, you couldn't really it didn't hold much water. But at the same time, this defense is still top tier. This defense is solid. Once it gets all the pieces correct, I definitely think they can move and groove. But still, you got no McCaffrey. You're struggling on offense. Robbie Anderson got knocked out of this game. Look, Carolina, I can't call it. Can't call it. Atlanta, I can call it. You're still falling.
Yeah.
You ain't out the gutter yet. All right?
Man.
Yeah. Man is right. Man is right. Yo, but Janae, we got to move on.
We do.
We got to move on. And Delilah, if you're still here watching, I do apologize. We got to talk about the Bears. They lost the game today that I thought they should have won. But look, Jimmy G showed up. Come on, Jimmy G.
Jimmy G showed up. I actually picked Chicago to win this game, and it let me down, man. But come on, what a game. It was a good game.
Yeah, well, right. It was what it was. I thought with all the injuries, everything that's been going on in San Francisco, that they would definitely struggle. But something against Chicago, their defense is not pulling together. They can't look. Shout out to them saying they can't blame the coach. They can't blame Nagy because Nagy was out.
You cannot blame the coach.
And look, Fields actually looked really good. He was a bright spot for this team. He had 175 yards in the air and a touchdown, but he had 100 yards on the ground, Janae.
The boy can run.
He get it right.
The boy can run. They have options. The thing is, like they said, you can't blame it on the coach. The coach is the problem.
Right.
You utilize Fields to do what you need him to do. You can see that it can work, but you're not utilizing him. You're trying to control him. You're trying to make him a pocket passer. You need to allow that man to go and run.
Right.
As you can see, the guy can get you 100 yards.
Yeah, he can do it. He can do it. And then you also got Herbert out there getting 72. He's proven 3 games in a row that he can make it happen. Look, shout out to Jared saying, hey, the Bears O-line is suspect. Absolutely. They're going to need help on that O-line. The defense is going to help. But look, they didn't have Khalil Mack in this game. Okay? So the defense took a little bit of a hit, but at the same time, it's kind of like Bears. Like,
hey, but wait a minute. They're playing the 49ers. I don't think they should feel bad. I mean, they did lose. I mean, you definitely lost. Don't get me wrong. But I'm just saying, you played the 49ers. They're just as basic as you are right now. It's pretty much watching Pop Warner game.
Oh, wow. The 49ers, look, what I'll say is Jimmy G's playing like somebody said, if you mess up, you're going to actually lose your job. He playing like his job is on the line. He's doing it.
Come on, man. They got 2 wins. Come on. They got 3 wins. And
I'll talk about this game. I'm just talking about this game. The rest of the year, we know Jimmy G. You can't rely on this man. But in this game, he was playing like he was playing for something.
It was against the Bears. That's what I'm talking about, man. No, it was against the Bears. That's it.
Yeah. A struggling Bears team. Listen, hey, hopefully they can move on and do something better. But Chicago, you got to work it out. San Fran, you right at the same level, so
they both got to get better, in my opinion. But I think it was a good step for San Francisco for Garoppolo to at least feel good.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm cool with that, man. But we got to stop talking about them because I'm tired of talking about the basic teams. But we got another one.
Another one. Pittsburgh gets that revenge. Let's go.
Revenge and beat Cleveland. Man, this game was pretty weird, Sean.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Baker Mayfield out there with what you claiming he's got a broken shoulder and all this stuff, which I probably believe. But why do you have this man out there? Then he gets hit harder than I think I've ever seen probably a quarterback get hit on the sideline, get up and start getting pumped up. I'm like, damn, are you okay?
Right.
Are you okay? They just popped you. He popped out like he was a piece of lint somebody was flicking across the room. They hit him so hard.
Right.
They hit him so hard, and he gets up all pumped up. I'm like, bruh.
No. You saw that too. He got up and it started, let's go. Like, look.
Everybody's probably wondering, like, dog, are you okay?
Right. Wait, we need to go to concussion protocol?
It should have been a flag. It should have been a flag.
It was a late hit.
Out of bounds, and they popped him. So it should have been a flag. It didn't get called, but the game was pulled off. Pittsburgh won. Do you think Pittsburgh is going to do something? Like, do you think that Pittsburgh...
changing my mind.
Are they back to being the top of the AFC, Sean?
Nope. I'm not changing my mind. I've told you how I feel about Pittsburgh. They're not going to make the playoffs. That division, in my opinion, is too difficult for them, and they have too many issues. Got to shut up Najee Harris, obviously. Has his 91 and a touchdown on the ground. A couple receptions, just under 30 yards in the air. He's always doing his thing. Shout out Pat Freiermuth. Sydney, I know you're on here. Pat Freiermuth has consistently been pulling them numbers, getting it done. Got another touchdown this week. But look, as long as Pittsburgh's O-line is struggling.
And Chubb was back.
Yeah, Chubb right. Well, see, that's the other thing. That's why on the Brown side, that's why I'm like, why are you running, Baker? Hand the ball off to Chubb. If you got a broken shoulder, you should be handing it off to Chubb. And the other boy, the third string, Ernest Johnson. Yeah, he was still in there, man. Like, so, come on now.
I thought that was a crazy, weird game, but Pittsburgh did pull it off. And, I mean, what can we say? I don't think that I'm ready to say that they're ready to contend. I just think that Pittsburgh is Pittsburgh. And Ben Roethlisberger, man, shout out to these older quarterbacks, man. They do it. I'm ready for some of them to retire, but if they want to keep riding it out and they still look good, I mean, Ben looked pretty good.
Ben, he did what he had to do, and you know what? It was what it was. But look, I think one of the stories of this game, being that it was Halloween, did you see Myles Garrett when he came into the stadium?
All those quarterbacks,
Look, somebody was asking me, is Mason Rudolph on that list, or maybe just a helmet?
Man, when I tell you that costume was great. I mean, they had some pretty great ones. Everybody was pretty much dressed up, but man, that was top tier, man. When he that, you knew he was ready. You knew
Oh yeah, oh yeah. So look, we got to move on because it's not Stairway to Seven. No, sir. But there is a game tonight, and look, I'm gonna put this group in middle of the road because KC is truly playing like a middle of the road team right now. They play the New York Giants tonight. Janae, are we gonna be shocked by anything tonight? Like, is this gonna be a close game? Like, what do you expect?
Thinking that Kansas City is going to come in and dominate, and everybody's going to be like, "Oh, they're back," but it's the Giants, and I feel like they're just a sometimey team, and they're not the same team that we saw the previous 2 years, and it does happen. But I just feel like there's something happening. There's something different. They got players. They got players they've been working with, but the defense is just they have not really added some great pieces to the defense, and every team is going to compete with Kansas City if that's the case. And then if they're playing a team like Dallas, which what they will play this year, I feel like they'll be able to keep it up battle for battle because if the defense it can be exposed, Sean.
They can. Yeah, and you've been talking about that for as long as I can remember. That defense definitely could be exposed. Until they get that together, they're just not going to be the same. Nah. They're not going to be the same. But look, what are we thinking about Daniel Bryan? Or Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones. I'm thinking wrestling. Sorry about that. What do you think about Daniel Jones, man?
Man, Daniel Jones, come on, man. Are we really talking about this? I can't say nothing yet, man. I can't talk about D. Jones. The thing is, he has shown me at periods of this season that he could not be the only problem. It could be coaching. We never want to talk about coaching and stuff, but Daniel Jones just showed sometimes that he can play well and the receivers not do well, or the play calling, whatever. Daniel Jones is good with his legs. I feel like they could utilize him more. He's definitely decent. He's just as long as he keeps the ball, and he's been doing that. He's been keeping the ball.
He's gotten better. So, exactly.
It's just been a tough break for the Giants, but I can't say Daniel Jones. I mean, I'm sorry. No, I can't say he's doing anything big yet, but I just don't think it's all his fault.
Yeah, still in the basement. Definitely got to shout out Nathan Snell saying the New York Giants will upset the Chiefs. Guarantee. Wow, what are we talking about today? I can't subscribe to that with Nathan.
Nathan, stop.
Look, hey, fix your face, Nate. Is it still stuck?
Stop.
Let's go.
We're gonna see though. Hey, who you got, Sean?
You know what? I'm gonna go KC. I'm gonna go KC, and I think it's gonna be 34-17.
Okay.
34-17. What you got?
I got KC as well, and I think it's gonna be 27-13.
Ooh, I like that. All right, we need to move on to a